Welcome to This Week in UNH Women's Hockey. Well, the Wildcats came off a 13-0 exhibition victory against the Durham Junior Lightning on Saturday, and they're preparing to kick off the season this weekend with a pair of games at the Whittemore Center. Hi, I'm Phil Kincaid for the Friends of UNH Women's Hockey. And along with me, of course, is head coach Brian McCloskey. Coach, on Saturday, it must have been quite an enjoyable experience for you to look down that bench, unlike last season when you often couldn't get two lines together to see a sea of players anxious and willing to jump onto the ice.
There's no question, Phil. It was a big change for all of us coaches. We commented before the game, excuse me, a lot of energy. But, of course, it's a totally different team. Last year's team was so veteran. What we lacked in numbers clearly was offset by the excellent experience and high skill level we had on that veteran club. So, yeah, it's a new year. It's a very, very different ball team, a whole new ball club for us, and a lot of fun things going on right now with the start of the season.
Well, also, we know that the exhibition game wasn't going to be the strongest challenge for you, but certainly you must be encouraged by the performance of some of those young players. At least from this perspective, it looks like they have a lot of skill, a lot of speed, a lot of potential. I
think it's a very strong athletic group, and I was very encouraged. 1 week of practice, certainly playing a PWHL club team wasn't as stiff a challenge as we probably would have liked, but that being said, I thought the team overall executed well, and it was a good opportunity for some of the young kids certainly to get their feet wet, and we'll take a lot from that, in terms of what we did or didn't execute, and work on that this week because we've got a tough series coming up.
We're here with Kelly Paton, captain of this year's UNH Wildcat team. And, we've talked a lot over the summertime, and we knew that you guys worked very hard during the summer. And, it's funny. Always seems like in March you're ready for the season to be over, but come August you can't wait to get back on the ice. Talk a little bit about how it felt to be out there for the first time on Saturday.
I think the anticipation to this past weekend's game was obviously high for the entire team. We had a large group of players that we kind of needed to get familiar with our ice, and it wasn't just new for the Durham Lightning team that we played, but for our players as well. I think it's a big adjustment to play on such a big ice surface, but overall I think everyone was just happy to get out there and play hockey, and we're looking forward to this weekend.
Well, 13-0 victory. It looked like you guys adapted pretty well to the ice.
Yeah, I mean, we skated well, we worked hard, we had good line combinations, we got scoring out of almost the entire freshman class, which is awesome. And I think overall we made good progress from what we've only had about a week of practice, 2 weeks of practice. So for how much time we've had, I think we did a very good job on the game on Saturday.
Well, that was a big question coming into this, and obviously it's still early, and that is how well the 10 new players that are on the ice as opposed to last year. And it looks like that transition is going pretty smoothly so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a fairly large class. They've got good size, speed, good hands. I mean, basically they're like the total package. You got smaller players, bigger players, but they're all very versatile. And, I mean, by the looks of it, most of them can score, which is good. Something we've lacked in that area the last few years. But I think that our core of our team is going to be very good this year, and we're looking to defend our 5th Hockey East championship, so that's exciting.
Well, of course, you get down to business for real on Saturday, and that's when Connecticut is in here for the Hockey East opening, and that's, of course, going to be a very big game, especially when you consider how close Hockey East is expected to be this year.
Mm-hmm. I know UConn's always been a good game for us, especially at their rink being smaller, but here they're a very in-your-face team, and they like to pressure the puck, and we're just going to have to adjust. And it's going to be a little different than our game on Saturday with just timing and spacing and that, but I think we'll be doing okay with the adjustments. I mean, Connecticut will play us hard, but I think we'll be okay.
coaches poll came out last week, and once again, the Wildcats are picked to be at the top of the Hockey East heap. But this year, it's probably been the closest vote that I can remember, and certainly indicative of what a fight it's going to be this year.
Yeah, I think the maturation of a number of teams in the middle of our league, clearly BU now in their fourth or fifth season, gotten a lot stronger, and UConn always a tough team. BC has made a big step in the last 3 or 4 years as well. So those three teams, coupled with the traditional Providence, UNH, and then, of course, you've got a couple other teams that I think are improving a lot as well, Maine, Vermont. So Northeastern, much stronger. All those teams have closed the gap. So from a fan standpoint, it's going to be a pretty exciting year.
Quinnipiac is in here on Sunday for a 2 o'clock game, but of course all the eyes are on Saturday's opening match against the University of Connecticut in what will certainly be a pretty stiff Hockey East opening contest.
Yeah, they have they have a nice veteran group returning, led by Kristen Allen, probably one of the top defensemen in our league for the last year or two. And some of their very big junior or solid junior class, Binning, I'm forgetting one or two others, but players who have put up good numbers for them since their arrival. So and Heather's clearly one of the top coaches in the country, and probably the big missing piece for them or a question mark has been losing their backstop for the last 4 years. But still, I think this will be probably indicative of the kind of hockey we're going to see all year. I expect a very tight 1-goal game, back and forth.
Great, Coach. Thanks a lot. We'll be back next week with another edition of This Week in UNH Women's Hockey.